everyone.
What's going on?
Fun. It's Fun Friday. Oh man. Okay, I keep trying this damn audio, but it's gonna kill me. It's gonna be the death of me.
Damn.
Whatever.
That's okay.
Okay,
It's Friday.
alright.
No worries. We're gonna have a great weekend. Have a great little talk right now.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it is Friday. This is an impromptu show. This was not discussed before yesterday. We just decided to roll this one out. We're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to talk about sports this time. Because last time we had, AJA sports shows on the weekends are a little bit more free-flowing. Our roast show, we talked a lot about donuts and coffee last time. So this time we'll talk a little bit more about sports. We'll give you guys that at least. So.
Seemed like
You never know where the conversations are going to go, yeah.
And then someday I'll avoid having to, hit myself in the head for 20 seconds because the audio doesn't want to work. Elizabeth has said, "Oh man, it's okay. You'll get him next time." Thanks. Okay, so welcome in everyone. This is going to be a good show. Okay, sorry, we're just looking at some behind the scenes stuff here. So I wanted to get the show started by asking everybody what their favorite snack or meal for a picnic is, because it's National Picnic Day. So I'll ask. We'll get back to this at the end. So favorite picnic snack or meal. Think about it. We'll talk about it at the end. If I forget,
you guys laughed at mine.
Oh well, yeah, kind of funny actually.
Stay tuned for it. I think it's a good one.
I mean, I didn't say it wasn't a good one. I was just like, oh
yeah, it did laugh a little bit though.
I mean, I know you pretty well, and I'm still learning and understanding you a little bit too.
The eating habits are definitely something to be seen, because I have some weird ones sometimes.
Yeah,
I can attest for that.
You already kind of know my procedures with opening up a hamburger.
Oh, yeah.
So
I mean, yeah, mine is more of just like a my food can't touch type of thing. You go that In-N-Out explanation was one for the books.
Yeah, I have no recollection of why I am the way I am. I just know that I am who I am and I embrace it. So
love you for it, buddy.
So it's National Picnic Day. Tell us your favorite picnic item or snack or whatever you want to call it. Hold it now, and you could comment it, and we'll go over it a little bit later in the show. We'll share ours at that time too. Today is April 23rd. I wanted to share a couple of things, sports newsworthy stuff that's happened over the years. Last year, this time Joe Burrow was drafted number 1. 3 years ago, Avengers Infinity War premiered, one of the craziest Marvel movies to drop.
Bro, are we gonna like individually talk about these like after, or am I supposed to stop you? Because holy crap, was that movie absolutely amazing.
Oh,
okay,
you can stop me. Yeah.
Right? So the big thing about that movie, I made that movie ridiculous, is that the good guys lost. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
What made that such a good movie was the fact that it was kind of about Thanos, and he had an arc. He at the very beginning, well, not at the very beginning, but when he was talking to Doctor Strange, and he's like, "What are you gonna do if you snap half of people existence out of the world?" And he's like, "I'm just gonna go chill at a farm and look out into the distance," and that's what he did.
And that's where you find him. Yeah. Welcome back, buddy. Hey there. Yeah. That's where you find him in Endgame. He's there chilling, got his crops and stuff. He's a little shaken up after getting the beat down, but
right. Yeah, but super good movie. I actually liked it a little bit better than Endgame, if I'm being honest.
It was just so much different again because they lost, right?
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
Now that we watched what's it called too, WandaVision, like seeing Vision again and like how he goes. The movie's been out for a long time, guys. I'm not spoiling anything, so anybody going spoil it.
It's been out for 3 years. Yeah.
You came for sports anyway, so
I hope anyone's caught that yet. It's a good flick.
See, when Thor landed in Wakanda, that's probably like That might be the,
Oh, that was my favorite moment.
I
man.
think that's why Infinity War was so, because
Oh.
you thought they were gonna win too. Like,
I scream so loud every time I still watch that because I'm just like,
Yeah.
let's go! You know,
Yeah,
I get
absolutely.
pumped. Oh,
Oh,
man.
I was in the theater. I went with Johnny, and I stood up and yelled and started clapping. Like I looked like a lunatic. But
that is right there in and of itself. If you ever go to like a job interview or something, watch that right before you go up. You're just gonna be like, you're gonna be so pumped, man. You're gonna like, I'm gonna crush this.
just don't watch what comes after.
What makes you adequate to do this job? I don't know, but I'm great. Yeah, let's go. Okay, anyways, well, like the Avengers, everybody has problems. You know, you put them together, and you know, life is a journey. Okay, whatever.
Do you remember
Okay.
the I see you've copied my beard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently that was like impromptu between the two actors. Like it wasn't written or anything. They just didn't know. They just.
This is my friend Tree.
Yeah, this is my friend Tree.
I am Groot. I am Steve Rogers.
Yeah, exactly.
So 5 years ago today, Beyonce dropped Lemonade, her kind of famous-ish album. We're gonna go back a little bit at this one. 16 years ago today, Alex Smith was drafted number 1 by the 49ers.
Good luck to Alex Smith, baby. He's retiring.
Yeah.
Bro, for Kansas City, who was absolutely dog meat before Andy Reid and Alex Smith. That dude was an absolute blessing, bro. I remember, first of all, when we hired Andy Reid, all my Philly friends were like, except for Joseph, because he's a Philly. Joseph Parsons. He's a Philly fan, but he's also not really a Philly fan. He can't stand him because of how much they drive him crazy. He always makes fun of Nick Foles. He always would rather have Nick Foles than Carson Wentz. It's an egregious take that we used to have with him. But anyway, yeah. Philly.
Do you remember where you were going with that one? Okay,
I don't remember. I'm not talking about Joseph.
We're talking about Andy Reid and how they were basically you're getting to saying like, I know the story. How
So
like get ready for losing and stuff like that. You know?
Right. Yeah, they were like, get ready for losing. He'll never win the big game. I was like, Chiefs never been in a big game, so let's get there first.
I just want to get to one. Andy's been to some. Maybe he'll take us to some, but it's been better than that. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know where I got these guys from. Okay, moving on. Another quarterback taken number 1. We got to go back the year I was born. Troy Aikman in 1989 was drafted number 1 by the Dallas Cowboys. Also on this day, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar played his last game as a Laker. Pretty cool moments there. A couple of number 1 draft picks, notable quarterbacks. Kareem, one of the best Laker centers ever. Okay, this one is kind of creepy. So here we go. Hank Aaron and Ted Williams both hit their first home run on April 23rd. Hank Aaron did it in 54. Ted Williams did it in 39. I thought that was pretty cool. They're both legends.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Both legends. A lot of home runs between those two guys.
Oh yeah, for sure. So Elizabeth and Amanda both gave us your treats. Hi Amanda. Hi Elizabeth. We'll discuss them at the end of the show. We're your favorite picnic snack or meal. And wait till you hear Johnny over here.
Oh my God,
his weird one.
I'll be deliberating until then, but it's definitely not gonna be what Johnny's is.
It's unfortunate. I don't want to go to your picnic. I'd rather go to my picnic if that's the case. Amanda, how was the Dodger game yesterday? Didn't get the result we wanted, obviously, but dude, it must have been sick to be back at Dodger Stadium, dude. That's so awesome.
Oh, I'm sure. She posted that she was getting pumped when we hit those back-to-back home runs. Okay, question: do you guys want to do the top 10 list first, or our agree or disagree game?
Agree or disagree? Let's do agree or disagree.
Okay. Well, we don't call it. We're calling it a little bit different. We're calling it foul or fair. So on my board over here, let me just make this a little bit bigger.
Okay, foul or fair?
So due to copyright options, I didn't want to get flagged or anything. So we're calling it foul or fair, not fair or foul. So I got like 6 things on here. We're gonna go over them. Tell me if it's foul or fair, okay? And you can go either way you want. Some of these are just redonkulous though. These are all like semi-current sports things. Okay, here we go. So this is Alex. He's a bunny. He's a San Francisco Giants fan, I guess. He's a therapy bunny. He belongs to Josh and Kay. Kay lost her Kai lost her restaurant in San Francisco during this pandemic, and she got this therapy bunny. I guess you can go to SPCA and get a therapy bunny. Is this foul or fair?
Fair. Yeah. Do whatever you got to do to feel good nowadays, man. It's a rough world we're living in. So if you need a bunny, get a bunny. Amanda used to have a bunny in the backyard. I remember him. Her, kind of. I don't remember if it was him, her. I remember y'all used to have a bunny.
Real quick, Amanda said it was awesome fun watching all the drunk Dodger fans again.
Oh, yeah. Dude. Yeah. People watching. Isn't it crazy to actually, like, we're at a time where we might see some people watching. Fair. All right, Elizabeth.
Yeah, fair.
I'd also say fair. Same reasons. Anything you need, anything anybody needs for mental health. I was gonna say no at first because I get nervous about fans just getting hit with baseballs at baseball games, even though I like going to baseball games. Like if you're like on the if you're down first and third base line. But because of the reasoning, then I'll say fair here.
Okay, I thought I would say fair, but I'm gonna go foul. And I'm looking at it as if I was that bunny. Like imagine that bunny around, I don't know, 15,000 fans. I don't know how much San Francisco fans are out there, but I would just feel bad for the bunny. What if I don't know, are bunnies really trained on how to handle stresses and stuff like that? I mean, for her, she's just holding the bunny and she's petting it, and that helps calm her down and stuff. But I mean, this bunny's got to be psyched out a little bit. We used to have a couple bunnies back in the day at my old apartments, and we had one that would get jittery for who knows what reasons, and he was always around a bunch of loud people. My family's
but this is a therapy bunny. So they probably train it to be like
are they trained? I don't know.
Well, they probably are.
You can train a bunch of animal. You can train an animal, right?
Okay, Elizabeth.
Yeah, they should be trained for a long time. Yeah, see, big brain, okay. Lord Lizzie. Right. Yeah, I think they'd be trained. I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong, but I'm sure you can train a bunny.
Yeah, agree to disagree. That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tom Brady is not happy about the numbers being changed in the NFL. So the Chiefs actually proposed a new rule that would allow more range of numbers between every position. So there are still some limitations, but it's pretty much open, open season now. And so this is a couple of his takes. He said, dumb, and then he circled the rule. Why not let linemen wear whatever they want too? Why have numbers? Just colored jerseys. Why not wear the same number? Dumb. And then he added NFL and NFLPA. And then on his other on his first Instagram story, he put, good luck trying to block the right people now. He couldn't even just put regular exclamation points. This guy went into his emojis and clicked the red exclamation points. Going to make for a lot of bad football. Okay, so foul or fair?
Foul. And before I give my full answer, can one of you guys explain what in tarnation he's talking about? So good luck trying to block the right people now. What is that?
You're still, I mean, I guess he's saying because they call out I was assuming you have this guy, you have that guy, but it's the same thing. Instead of you have 55, it's you have 9. Okay.
What's the difference?
What's the big deal? It's not that big of a deal. You're going to game plan all week for it.
He's also trying to say, because he expects a certain range of numbers for linemen and stuff like that, or for outside linebackers. So he now has to he now can't just guess who you are by your number designation. He has to actually know and study you as a player.
Getting too old, Tom.
If you can't tell the difference just looking at a D lineman and a linebacker, or a D lineman and a corner, I don't know what to tell you. And we're in the game right now. Football is basketball has done this, right? Positionless basketball, where point guard, okay, whoever's point guard. You have LeBron James, he's the point guard because the ball goes to him anyway. So even though he's not the actual point guard, he's the point guard, right? Football is kind of going to the same thing, bro. We're starting to get these people who just come on the field and they're just playmakers. They're just guys who can cover space, tackle really well, especially on the defensive side. So what the frick does it matter? If instead of, because I see what you're talking about. When I was playing defense, I would make checks with the quarterback because I was the middle linebacker. And so, I would call out numbers and be like, this guy is 65, whatever. It doesn't, the numbers, their jerseys aren't changing. It's just a freaking number.
Yeah. Remember last year too, he forgot what down it was and he put up the 4 fingers because he lost count. It was a stupid mistake on his part. Whatever, dude. You just want another ring.
Why are you so angry about it?
in my opinion, you have nothing to complain about the game of football because you've won.
This doesn't seem like something worth getting so upset about.
I mean, dude, I love Tom Brady. Like, he's unbelievable. Obviously, he's the GOAT. Like, duh. But like, there's some stuff lately. Been a little silly. And then he wanted to go. Then he decided to beat my Chiefs in the Super Bowl like a little punk. You know what I'm saying? So
I think we all agree here. So foul. We'll move on. Because we could talk smack if we wanted to. Okay, so team Chiefs,
foul. Foul. It's big foul. Yeah, they're down third baseline. Big foul.
Team Cheeks here. So that's Drew Lock, Denver's quarterback. In an interview, the general manager, George Patton, however you say his last name, says he wants to add competition, but he still believes in Drew Lock and his potential to be a starting quarterback. He's going to actively look though. He wants to make his team better. So okay. So is Drew Lock? I guess is George Patton fair or foul here? Should he just move on?
Yeah, you can go first, Andrew. I'm about to get.
Yeah, I'll say foul here. Yeah, I mean he's number 1 draft pick of Team Cheeks. I would move on from him.
This was a softball. I just wanted to get Junior's reaction. Is pretty much out of this one. All right, go Jay. Why not? Why not keep Drew Lock around?
Yeah, he's absolutely cheeky. Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. Your completion percentage has gone down since you entered the NFL. It was like 57% last year. It's absolutely egregious. I mean, Patrick Mahomes probably would have a better completion percentage throwing with his left hand than this guy. Not that I don't I mean, like, I haven't seen it, right? Like, he's made a few plays, but he's done nothing consistently. I mean, John Elway's there in Denver. He's done nothing right at the quarterback position since Peyton Manning left. I mean, there's some people are talking about maybe them moving up a little bit, like for like a Trey Lance or a Justin Fields if he would fall. We've already kind of talked about the draft, but if they were able to get one of those guys, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I don't see their defensive coach trying to do that again, but maybe John Elway's the one pulling the strings up there, and he decides to pull it on a quarterback, which would make sense because I mean, this dude's so cheeky, man.
So what I want to point out is I feel like in a way we're giving him too much credit. He wasn't a first round pick; he was a second round pick, taken I think like 42nd overall. So I mean, second round picks always don't like pan out, especially if it's a second round pick for a quarterback, because that means the top of the class was already drafted, and then you drafted someone in the second round because the pick fell to you again. So yeah, just move on from him, or he could just be a solid backup quarterback if need be. I mean, they didn't have a backup quarterback last season because they messed up with the pandemic protocols, but yeah,
John Elway, very famous Bronco. He's making the decision so far. Brock Osweiler, Case Keenum, and now Drew Lock. You sure you're the right guy to be pulling the strings there?
Oh, a great quarterback, dude. Great quarterback.
I don't know what they're waiting for. So John Elway is foul himself then at his job so far.
When you look at that draft class, I just pulled it up. Oh my God. Kyler Murray. Drew Lock was a first round pick, Ace, I believe.
No, he was taken 42nd overall.
Oh, for real?
2019? I did my research.
Yeah, you're a beast, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still cheeky. Yeah,
verify it.
Yeah.
Verify
No. It's a top 10 list, bro. Someone put their top 10 list up here. I don't know why that's up here. Drew Lock, Dwayne Haskins, Daniel Jones, Will Grier, Ryan Finley. Bad quarterback class, huh? Holy yeah.
Terrible quarterback class.
No,
not one good name out of that. Okay,
stinky.
So what you're looking at here is the Pelicans. James Johnson. He wasn't playing yesterday. Or maybe it was the day before. I forget. But he's in his regular clothes. You can kind of see it's kind of he's got some like white shorts on with some colors on there. But he wore a headband. So fair or foul? What? Like I don't mind this. I mean, it's cool with me. But do you guys take offense to his style choice here?
Fair, baby. Channeling his inner Nelly. You know what I'm saying? Nelly about to get hot here, We're a little hot in the club. You gotta get your headband on, even when you're not on the court,
Right.
Fair, all fair up in here. 90s hip hop, R&B, 2000. I'm all about it. Give me the headband. I used to rock the freaking the rosary on my chest, like a freaking true. You know what I'm saying? So I'll take the headband. I sport a headband. I like visors. Probably like a headband.
What do you
I'll say
think?
for this, yeah, I'll say for the sake of stress sweats, because he plays for the Pelicans. Watching that team have to, grind out basketball games. Sure, yeah, he can keep the headband on. Probably sweating over on the sidelines right there.
Let me see if I can
Yeah,
zoom in a
sure,
little.
fair.
Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. But his teammate right here, is that
Right,
like
Lord Lizzie? That's Bi.
what's with this? Is that a hood? Is that like a black strap around his?
It's just like-
it's just a hoodie. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just
That's
the hoodie.
good. That's one of those pictures like I get you fool you twice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, just double checking because I couldn't really tell. Okay, so I think we all kind of given him a little bit of acknowledgement. I thought it was actually going to go the other way. I'm feeling the early 2000 vibes. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
why not? Headbands
was-
are cool.
he was probably like 4, or 3 when Nelly was dropping. But okay,
Well, Joe
so-
Johnson, a little older.
Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind. He grew up with Nelly then. Okay, so okay,
Welcome
so
to Nellyville.
so this is Miles Bridges. This is not his dunk, but he's just been going like out of this world with his dunks lately. So
Just don't jump with this dude, bro.
I'm gonna pull up his dunk here actually.
Like, just don't even bother. I know that you guys are in the NBA and you think you want to jump with homeboy. Just don't even bother. Just let him get the 2. It's 2 points.
Okay, and I'm gonna make this full screen. I want you guys to appreciate
Reacting. We're reacting, right, Ace?
we are.
Okay.
Well, I uploaded this one personally, so hopefully there's no.
There we
Okay,
Solid.
so we're gonna see it in slow motion afterwards too. But here we go. I actually had to mute the audio because I was recording, and you could from my microphone, and you could hear myself breathing like late at night. I was like, oh boy, that's not a sound I want these folks to be hearing.
Yo,
Dude, he's got like 2 or 3 of these a week,
Vooch-
man.
Vooch smart, though. He didn't even jump. That's smart man right there. Yep.
He-
Don't get
he's
on a
just-
poster. No need to be on a poster.
He's just been getting angry with these dunks too. I'm all for it though. Like he's been pretty stellar with his dunking lately. So
Bridges is a guy I really liked out of college, coming out of Michigan State, bro. I thought he'd be a lot better. Right
Yeah,
now,
so-
I think you'd argue that his brother Mikhail is probably a little bit better, but I think that's just because he plays with Chris Paul and CP3. I mean, Chris Paul and Devin Booker, to be honest. But I like Miles Bridges.
He's not bad.
yeah, so we kind of all agree here. Fair.
Oh yeah, 100% fair. And
Very nastiness, absolutely ridiculous.
shout out
All
again to
trampoline.
Eric Collins. Too bad we couldn't hear your call on the broadcast on this one. I'm sure you lost your mind like the other ones, but he's the Hornets broadcaster, by the way. Just saying. Eric Collins.
It was
He goes
actually.
ballistic.
Yeah, he does.
It was actually the Chicago's broadcasters. They were trying to emulate him, so they didn't do a good job. I don't have the audio of it, but you could catch it on the Google. It's actually pretty funny.
on the it's worth a gurgle.
They tried their best. Okay, so that was our Fowler Fair segment. Some pretty easy softball ones there. This was just from the last couple of days in the sports world, so nothing too crazy really is going on. I mean, I guess today news dropped that the Chiefs traded 4 draft picks for Orlando Brown, so pretty newsworthy.
I'm running to the Super Bowl.
A good move for the Chiefs. They did give up a first, third, fourth this year and a fifth next year. So, and Orlando Brown I think is under contract just for this year. But I mean, if they win a chip with him, he's most likely to re-sign for a longer deal.
Dude, the dude is 24. He is 24. He is all pro at both tackle positions. Sign me up. Oh my god, now I missed the game, Jiminy.
Just because we have to collect a couple stats, just to seem a little, seem like we know what we're talking about. He in 389 pass blocking snaps last year, he didn't allow a sack or a sack, a hurry, or a quarterback hit. 389 snaps. That's impressive for anybody, not just because he's going to the Chiefs, but it just makes it better.
And just because we want to talk, Chiefs got to talk about it a little bit. The chances of us resigning him are about 99.9%. I mean, he'd have to be absolutely like atrocious or punch somebody in the locker room to not be signed. We were about to sign Trent Williams for a mega deal. We literally were going to give Trent Williams exactly what the 49ers gave him, and the Niners just gave him a little bit more at the end, sweeten the pot a little bit. He said, hey, Chiefs are giving me this. Niners said, okay, we'll give you a little bit more, and then sign with the Niners. So almost, I mean, as long as he doesn't come in and like punch Brett Veach in the face, he's probably going to be a Chief for a little bit.
Sounds like these two Chiefs fans did some research after they saw this trade happen.
A little bit. The good thing about it though, Ace, is you were I think you were asking about like or maybe made like a mention of it that there weren't any like noteworthy trades and that we wouldn't see any for the first round. It's kind of
I
cool
did say
though because
that.
now we do get like, a first round trade, and that's already been done before draft day comes. So that's exciting. At least now Baltimore's going to have 2 picks, and when you have 2 first round picks, that leaves the potential for even more trades now, because you could probably, like, depending on how the cards fall, you could maybe use those 2 picks to trade up if a team wants to trade back something.
Yeah, 2 first round picks. They can get some good equity there. I don't know what they're eyeballing.
Draft. I love the draft.
I don't know what they're eyeballing, but
I'll tell you what they're eyeballing. Ozzy, I know you watch the show, baby. Ozzy, Noose, come check this out. You go get Gregory Rousseau and you get Terrence Mitchell. That's the 2 guys you get. You get both those guys. You set. Good to go.
They could potentially
Marshall.
They might have to trade up, or if those guys fall to them. But yeah,
dude, sure. they were doing
a
draft on like Fan Nation or something on my way home on NFL Network on Sirius XM, and they had Gregory Rousseau falling to like 30 to you guys, to the Bills.
Yeah, that's where in our second mock draft, I actually drafted him at 30, and then just the last quick little addition to our fair or foul. I'm assuming we would all say this is fair. Tiger Woods. Nice little photo shot here with his leg in a cast and his dog chilling behind him, but saying his rehab's coming along pretty well. I hear people say he's kind of a jerk and stuff like that, and I get it. But if you go onto HBO Max and you watch the Tiger documentary about him, he had a kind of okay, this is someone who grew up with a dad who was like hyper focused on him being like super successful, and his dad used to his dad had like an RV and he would take it to the golf course and he would like bang chicks while Tiger was practicing with one of his like buddies. He would just be, sorry for the obscenity here kind of, but what are you telling your son? Like, you're like, that's not like a healthy brain developing, and this is when he was like, 10, like, so it's kind of, he kind of has a scarred childhood from his pops, and so I understand him being a little bit wacky now, and obviously getting into his trouble that he got into, and then his eventual return. So you can kind of see where that those roots of that came from, but yeah. So
Bruce Brown just dunked all over Luke Cornett. What is going on with everybody lately in the NBA? I mean, everyone in the association is just getting absolutely yammed on.
Good to see. I'll just say, good to see Tiger. Hopefully he gets nice and healthy. I don't know if he'll ever play again, but I mean, watching him play golf literally put it on the map, and won't ever be that electricity will probably never be matched. And again, we probably won't see him play again. And even if we did, it wouldn't be anywhere near what he like initially was. So hopefully he's healthy and just has like a healthy life following golf.
Yeah, for sure. We don't really necessarily know where his life is going to lead, but even if he just has a chill life for the rest of his life, he'll still be one of the most successful golfers of all time.
Yeah.
And a flawed human, but we all have our bad things about us, so I ain't judging him on that. Okay, so we're gonna do a top 10 segment where we go over the top 10 NBA current duos. So the list we have is based off of these 20 guys. We do have some other alternates coming in here. The guys told me, hey, rank your top 10, and I forgot to do it. So I don't necessarily have a top 10, but I'll just kind of critique and give my points of views as we go. Do you guys want to just do like a little countdown?
Yeah. Well, are you gonna give their top 10 first? Whoever they had top 10?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, their list was like, Brooklyn.
So Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo are their number 10, followed by Tatum and Brown from the Celtics, followed by Giannis Antetokounmpo and Chris Middleton of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Just so low.
Followed by Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, although Jamal is injured for the rest of the season. So, and then Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, number 6. Number 5, we have Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, way too high, Jiminy.
Number 4, we have Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. That might be where they belong. Number 3, Devin Booker and Chris Paul. Number 2, LeBron James and Anthony Davis.
Egregious.
And then number 1, Kevin Durant and James Harden. Kyrie on the sideline, burning some sage, wondering why he was left off the list.
James Harden's a top 5 player in the NBA. Kyrie Irving's not. That's why.
Okay, so
right.
give me your guys' 10. Who's number 10 for you guys?
All right. So it's a duo that's not even in for me because the Utah Jazz can't get out of here because you stink. And no, they don't stink. They're actually very good, but they're not a top duo. Rather have this duo, Dame Lillard and CJ McCollum. Probably one of the best front court duos when you look at the guard position. Back court. I said front court. Ooh, that was bad. And I just like Dame's superstar ability more. His ceiling is like ridiculously high. I mean, when Dame goes off, Dame goes off. So, and CJ McCollum is super steady. Both shoot the ball well. Both are able to play make. Both are able to initiate the offense. So, yeah, they do a lot of playing. They do a lot of playing time with one sitting, and then they let one of them really run the show, and then give the other one a blow, and then let the other one run the show. So, I would have Dame Lillard to CJ McCollum 10.
What about you?
I got the same duo there, Dame Lillard and CJ McCollum. I feel like they deserve to be on this list just based on what Dame Lillard has done the last few seasons especially. And CJ's a 20 point a game guy his entire career, or I think the entire time he's been paired with Damian Lillard. So that's just what should be the entire time of his career. So yeah, they're 10.
Yeah, I agree. They need to be on the list. So I'm not necessarily ranking them there because I don't have a ranks, but yeah.
Are you okay with Utah being kicked out?
Oh yeah,
we have them out of the top 10. Okay, cool.
Donovan Mitchell might be done for the season too. We're not 100% sure.
Okay.
We don't know about Donovan Mitchell's injury yet, and Rudy Gobert being potential defensive player of the year is great and all, but this duo hasn't really been put on the map because of anything other than what they're doing this season, and it's because Rudy Gobert's in defensive player of the year conversations. Donovan Mitchell isn't necessarily blowing any categories out of the water. He doesn't have the most points per average, doesn't have the most assists per average. I could go on. So, but yeah, I'm okay with the Jazz going out. The only reason that they're there was because they're the top seed, right? I mean, in the West.
I would think so.
Okay, so who's your guys' number 9?
I got Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. And I actually really like this duo. I figured with first glance at this, I would probably have them a little higher, but they're both really good defensively. Now, the problem that I run into is they're both not the best of shooters. So when you're trying to stretch the floor, and I look at that shooting ability, they both have
number 9 for you.
They both struggle in that department. Bam Adebayo is unbelievable. I've been on that Bam Adebayo train for 2 years, back when I saw him at the end of the 2019 season. He was really doing some stuff that really was encouraging, and he's only added to that. And he could very well, he still has a ton of room to grow, but he struggles to create his own shot at times because, for a big guy, right? Because Bam, for a big guy, creates his own shot very well. But when you're a center, it's hard to create your own shot. When you don't have a natural shooting element to your game like Jokic and Embiid and AD do. He's nowhere near the shooting caliber of those guys. So that's why they'd be 9. And then the high superstar side of Jimmy Butler is lower than the other guys I have above him on this list.
Yeah, I'm with you. Good rationale. What about you, Andrew?
I have the same. I also have Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler here. I'm not going to say too much. Jay kind of spelled it all out. What you get when it comes to those guys, they're really good defensively. They're limited in their range a little bit, but they're definitely a duo that once the playoffs come, they live inside Eric Spoelstra's system, and they can dominate on the defensive end and create turnovers and fast break points for their team. So that's why they're really good.
They went to the finals last year.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. They just made the finals. What do you think about them right there, Ace?
Yeah, I think they deserve to be on the top 10 for sure. I'd probably slot them between 7 or 9 if I was ranking this. So, I think you guys have them in a pretty decent spot.
Cool.
I'm not hating that at all.
Nice.
What about number 8?
Number 8, I have Devin Booker and Chris Paul. They were number 3 on this list. Egregious, just because you have a really good record. Not doing it. The superstar on this duo is Devin Booker because he's got the higher upside. Obviously, dude goes off. He's got. What do you have? Didn't he have the 70-point game? Wasn't it 70 or something?
71 against Boston. 71. They lost, but he had 71.
You lose. Yeah. Anyway. CP3 is unbelievable. Point guard. He's probably the point guard of our generation. Obviously, with everything he's done and the accolades, he just passed Magic Johnson for most assists in NBA history, right? So, but I have 6 other duos that I'd rather have above them. Just the upside, the superstar level that they're able to play at. I just think the other guys that I have are a little bit better in that they have to give me a higher ceiling.
Okay. What about you, Andrew?
Yeah, I have a duo that you guys actually took off. I have Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert here at 8. Donovan Mitchell is the only player from the 2017 draft class to be averaging over 20 points a game and over 38% shooting from the 3-point line for the first 4 years of their career. And Rudy Gobert is obviously a perennial all defensive player and possibly, will either win, multiple or, but he's already won a defensive player of the year award and an all-star appearance. So I think they deserve to be on this list, especially considering that they're first in the West right now. Their team is shooting, lights out from from the three. I mean, granted, they are taking a lot of them, but it's helping them win ball games, at least the regular season. So I have them at 8. They're not a duo that I like, but I think just based on what they have done, like to this point, they deserve to be on the list.
Cool.
I mean, I definitely have a little bias showing. Yeah, I throw them right to the bottom. Don't even. The second I looked at the list, I was like, I don't know who's going to be 1 through 9. I don't know. I mean, 1 through 10, but Utah's not going to be one of them. I'll find someone.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you. I could see Utah being in the 8 to 10 range, so I'm with Andrew there. And then, yeah, I mean, the Suns are good. I might have flip-flopped the Heat and the Suns if I was personally making the list, but it's all good in the hood. Okay, so number 7. Andrew, how about you go first?
Sure. I have Devin Booker and Chris Paul actually here ahead of them. And the reason why I have them ahead is because, like we mentioned, the real superstar here is Devin Booker. He's a guy who can get you a bucket anytime you need it. He's literally a walking bucket. If you watched him in the bubble last year and then watched him going into this year, he's literally done nothing but just get better. And he's still super young. He's maybe not even 25 yet, and he's just going to continue to get better. Chris Paul is obviously not going to be around for a while, but what he just has brought to organizations in the last few years just deserves a lot of merit and a lot of credit to be able to get this unit of DeAndre Ayton and Michael Bridges, all these complimentary guys, to gel well with Devin Booker, and I think he's gone a long way in doing that. So I have him at 7 above Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert just because I don't like Rudy Gobert, basically.
Hey, that's a good rationale if you need to take it. What about you, Jay?
Yeah, I mean, and Devin Booker, I didn't even mention, he's one of the best perimeter defensive players in the NBA. So every team that Chris Paul has been on since New Orleans, the Clippers, the Thunder, and then now the Suns have all improved their winning percentage the first year he's been there, which, I mean, what more can you ask for? Anyway, yeah, 7 for me, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I love me some JT, baby. I think he's going to be a top 5 player in the league here in the next few years, and he's going to maintain that for quite a while. Super young. You talk about walking bucket, dude is an unbelievable scorer. He has had a lower points per game average in his first 2 seasons than other people, but I think that's more of like a deferment type thing. He's played with some pretty talented guys around him, like Jaylen Brown. Kemba Walker now is with them. They had Kyrie Irving there for a little bit. So I think that's just more of that in terms of him not really getting the gaudy numbers, but they're coming. Trust me, dude's an absolute monster. Jaylen Brown is a guy I'm not a huge fan of. I think he's fine. I personally, and Andrew, I've talked to Andrew about this. I've tested this before. I've talked about this before. I just feel like he forces things too much, man. He forces the action when he's out there too much. I can always kind of anticipate when he's going to try to take over a game. And, he's an NBA player, bro. He's going to do it sometimes. And there's other times where it really costs them because he's, like, again, forcing things when he doesn't need to. So that's where I'd have them.
I think this duo might be the most, like, up and down of this group. So I don't mind you placing them here at 7. So number 6. Andrew, why don't you go first again? What do you think?
Sure. I have a duo that wasn't on the list that we showed prior to us giving ours. I have Luka and Kristaps. I have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown on this list too, but I actually have them a spot ahead, and that mostly is kind of just what I think is like basically just the Kristaps not being healthy effect. I think if Kristaps was healthy, that they'd probably be the duo ahead and probably be a top 5 duo in the league. But because he's kind of in and out of the lineup, I just kept Jaylen Brown at 5 right now, just because we'll get to it. But I have Luka and Kristaps here. Luka is obviously a generational talent, and if he had like a Jaylen Brown on his team, I think he'd definitely be a top 5, possibly top 3 with how good I think Luka is duo in the NBA. But because he's got Kristaps and he's not always in the lineup, you get to see Luka shine more than he does. So hopefully Kristaps stays healthy, because then Dallas could really make a run, which I'm not really, advocating for. I don't want them to make a run, but because of how good they are, because how good Luka is specifically and how good Kristaps complements his game, they can definitely do some things in the playoffs and for the entirety of Luka's career probably.
So while you mentioned it, just finish your rationale about Tatum and Brown then at 5.
Yeah, so Tatum, Johnny touched on a lot of things that he does well. I mean, he's just a flat-out star. I agree wholeheartedly that he's going to be a top 5 player in the league one day. And he trains his body as great as you possibly can from as young of an age as young as you can be in the NBA. And he's worked with a lot of great and talented people. He worked with Kobe. He's worked with a bunch of people on how he can transform his game. Jaylen Brown is good. Like Jay said, he just forces the issue a little bit. He's kind of a streaky player, like a streaky star. If he really gets going, like he did against the Lakers, and just can't miss, he'll put up those 40 bombs, and that's why his points per game numbers will stay really high. But I don't have a high ceiling for him, so no rationale for them.
So 6 is the Mav Stars, and then 5 is the Boston Stars. What about 6 and 5 for you, Jay?
Yeah, so before I get to my 6, I just want to mention that neither of us have Denver in here because Jamal Murray's out. So he was part of their big 2. They would be above this duo for me, but because Jamal Murray's not healthy, I have the Dallas Maverick Stars as well at 6. This is the last duo. Everyone from here on out is going to have 2 legit superstars, which is why they're at 6, because Kristaps has superstar potential, but you have to stay healthy to be a superstar. You got to win some more ball games. So we'll see if he can elevate to that, because he's got all the tools, bro. Dude's his nickname's not the unicorn for no reason. 7 feet tall. He does. I mean, not that he is Kevin Durant, but he does Kevin Durant-like things. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's perfect for them at 6. Luka Doncic is a top 5 player in the league already. I mean, dude came in and was ready to go. Has shown no signs of the NBA going to slow him down at all from what he was able to do in the EuroLeague. So, I think having them at 6 is right where they belong again, because all the rest of the teams have 2 legit superstars.
Okay. All right, so what about your 5?
Yeah, so I have the 76ers, Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. I think that Ben Simmons is a superstar. When you look at them, they're probably Joel Embiid very well maybe the MVP, and Nikola Jokic will probably get it, but he's right there at number 2. They're probably 1-2 in my defensive player of the year rankings. Gobert's third, because I don't like the Jazz. But Ben Simmons, I've talked about this a little bit before. He's literally the only person in the league. Everyone says he can guard 1 through 5. No, you can't. Ben Simmons can actually guard 1 through 5, like actual 1 through 5, and be pretty dang good at it. And then, you improve the shooting, whatever. He, as much as everyone wants to keep saying improve the shooting, look at what the frick he does, and he doesn't shoot. So he's 23 years old. Can we give him a little bit, give him a couple years? And then Joel Embiid, so long as he can stay healthy, I mean, dude's a problem, bro. Like the other day he was doing an interview talking about his MVP chances and why he should be the MVP. And he's like, when I get the ball, I'm either scoring, getting fouled, or giving someone a great look. And it's pretty freaking close to that every time. Like he's either getting a great look, getting somebody else a great look, or shooting free throws. I mean, he shoots so many free throws. It's not even close. So yeah, I think Vi is pretty good for them. I originally had them ahead of 4 for me, ahead of my who I have at 4. But then me and Andrew and we all kind of talked about it, and we thought about who would win in a series, and then that's why they moved. So I'll get to that after. But what do you think, Andrew? Who do you got for 5?
Oh, he had the Celtics.
Oh, I'm sorry, for 4. My bad.
Oh, you're good. 4A. What do you have?
I have the guys you just talked about. I have Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons here at 4 for all the same reasons you just listed. Embiid is a guy that I will gladly eat the words that I spoke about him, because I'd love to see players healthy. I did not think he'd be able to exactly like Jameis Winston style.
Would you eat the words like you were at a picnic? Maybe.
Like Jameis Winston eating a W?
Yeah, exactly. Because a couple years, Johnny knows this. A couple years ago, I said that Embiid would be out of the league by 2021. He's still in the league and is probably one of the best players in the league. And I thought that was going to be. I thought his back problems were going to be an issue. So honestly, good to see him thriving and doing what he's doing. And Ben Simmons is just an unbelievable player on fast break. In half court sets, literally anywhere you need him to be. If the only knock's going to be that he can't shoot, I don't care. I've watched him play too many games to know that he's already a superstar with Joel Embiid. So they're 4 for me.
Cool. What about you? What about you, Jay?
Yeah, 4 is the team that I think would beat them in a series, which is why I picked them over them. Giannis and Chris Middleton. Ridiculously low on whoever's list this is. I didn't know having the last two-time MVP puts you at a freaking 5 or 6, wherever they had him on the dang ranking. They're literally the 3rd best team in the East right now. If they played the Sixers, I'd have them beating the Sixers. So don't understand where that came from. In case people forgot, Giannis is still averaging 28 and 15. He's unbelievable. He another unicorn. Dude's 26. He's just entering his prime. And Chris Middleton is super consistent anytime besides the playoffs. He kind of has that Paul George effect where something happens in the playoffs, bro. The lights just get a little too bright. He starts, Like I remember one time he went like 2 for fucking like 15 or something like that, dude. I was like, buddy, you got to hit a shot here.
In the elimination game in the Eastern Conference Finals against Miami, he was like 2 for 21, I think, from the field.
Oh, dude, I mean, just absolute cheat.
The Drew Holiday edition will help a lot. I think it'll take some of the pressure off shoulders.
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, the improvement from Drew Bledsoe, from Eric Bledsoe to Holiday is not even close.
Yeah, agreed. All right, so what about so your 4 was
my 4 was Embiid and Simmons.
Embiid and Simmons, right? Okay, so number 3, we're at 3.
My 3 is Giannis and Chris Middleton. That's where I have them. I have them one spot ahead as well, just a bit of a different ranking than Jay. I'm not gonna drone tune on too far on with these guys, but
all right. What about your 3, Jay?
I got the Clippers, Los Angeles Clippers with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. They both are ridiculous defensively. Both can get their shot. Both can ball handle. I think they're unbelievable. People don't like them for some reason. Actually, not for some reason. I don't like them either. Full disclosure. But yeah, they're the third best duo.
What about you? What about you, Andrew?
I have that duo actually in the next spot at number 2. So I have Kawhi and Paul George. When Kawhi is out, which is up until this season, which was a lot. He used to be out a lot. Paul George this season has been averaging over 35 points a game, so that's nice to see. So he's really like kind of in his bag, I guess, if you want to say. Paul George is averaging the best true shooting percentage of his career. Not his points per game is a little lower than it's usually been. I think his career high was like 29, but still balling. And Kawhi is just a freak. Call him Claw. He's absolutely just an animal on the defensive end, and one of the best, honestly, tough shot makers in the league. Like if you really sit down and watch Kawhi, he's getting his shot, and if he gets to his spot, he's going to shoot it over you, and you're not going to block it because he's got long ass arms that you're not going to be able to reach. So
cool. And then number 2 for both of you.
Yeah, number 2 for me is a team that I guess Andrew just hit his head and forgot about. A little amnesia.
That was my number 2. I don't have these. I don't have this duo on my list.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry.
Yeah. Kevin Durant and James Harden. I guess you have 2 of the top 5 players in the NBA. Doesn't put you on this list. I didn't know. I didn't read the memo. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I don't really need to talk about him too much. Kevin Durant's probably the second best player in the league. James Harden's probably like the 4th. So, didn't know.
And then who's your guys' top? It's the Lakers.
LeBron and Anthony Davis. But the thing with this one is and this is one of those yes, we're all Laker fans, and yes, we're all going to say that they're the best. But this would be 98% of what people are going to say right now, especially coming off the title. It's just, and if you don't say it, it's wrong. And for me, omitting the Nets, I don't know if I want to get into that yet, but my number 1's LeBron and Anthony Davis. I can get my little defense as to why I left the Nets.
Get into it right now. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So the way I'm looking at it, we're thinking of if you look at it the top 10, all of these duos are the cornerstones of their team. They're the ones that are completely reliant, and the Nets are the only one that is still doing the big 3 thing. They've got 3 guys on that team averaging 25 points a game, and so I'm not considering them a duo. They are a trio. And another reason why I'm not going to consider Kevin Durant and James Harden a duo is because Kyrie Irving and James Harden were better as a duo, and were healthy longer than when Kevin Durant and James Harden were. James Harden and Kevin Durant have only played 7 games together. They played 100. They didn't even play 200 minutes of basketball together. I'm not going to put them in this list when they're on a trio, first of all. Kyrie Irving and James Harden, when they played 23 games without Kevin Durant, went 19-4, and they both averaged 25, 7 and 7. We're 2 of 8 guys in the NBA to do so. I understand what they are, but Kevin Durant's coming off an Achilles injury. James Harden hasn't even played with him really yet, and Kyrie Irving and James Harden were better on the floor together when in the 7 games that Kevin Durant and James Harden played together. And yeah, they're top 5 players, but again, they're not a duo. There's 3 guys on that team that are averaging 25 plus. I'm not calling them a duo. I'm not going to do it. You're not going to make me. That's it. I'm not going to do it.
They gave you 2 people. Whether or not they're a duo on their actual team is irrelevant. They're just saying between these 2 players. Because is Kemba Walker not? Could you not make the argument that Boston for Kemba Walker is not part of that trio?
No way, because Jaylen Brown is not even. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown are not even in the ballpark of the 3 of the guys that they have right now. They're not even comparable.
They're still a trio. Are they not a trio?
I'm telling, but
Kemba's averaging 19.
I'm wording it. I'm wording it as like they don't have that. All these guys don't have a third guy who was anywhere near what the third guy on the Nets would be. They're a trio.
But nobody does. Nobody does. The Lakers' third best player is Andre Drummond.
Let me take over here because they will not stop talking if I
go
don't.
For it.
If I don't.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ace. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I do have some stats about Kyrie and James Harden and Kevin Durant, but we're just gonna skip those. Essentially, though, Kyrie and Harden have better stats together than the other two. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of apples and oranges because they are built as a trio, but they've only really played as duos this season because they keep getting injured and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, technically they should be on this list, but technically they're a trio. Although might I add, and then we'll move on. They're just going to lose in the finals with Westbrook when they were in Oklahoma City. They made it to the finals, the three, and then they're just replacing Kyrie is replacing Westbrook, and then they're just going to get swept in the finals probably. So that's about that for that. Okay, so we lost a couple of viewers along the way because we got a little violent with each other. Maybe I'm not 100% sure, but now we're going to talk about our favorite picnic, snack, and meal, let's should we do the weird one with the weird guy first, Andrew, or should
let him go first because I talk too much about the Nets.
Okay. All right, listen.
All right, Jay, tell us why you enjoy this meal for your picnic.
Okay, you can bring some drinks, a little lemonade or something. Not even. I'll get a lemon up from there. Just kind of gave it away. It's In-N-Out, dude. I don't like to make a mess or anything like that. I don't want to go ahead and have to worry about bringing all this stuff. I guess maybe that's part of the picnic thing, and I'm missing it. But I get In-N-Out. I get some In-N-Out, go to a nice little park, sit down, a little blankie or whatever, and I eat In-N-Out. That's what I would do. That's my stuff right there.
So weird.
I'd say In-N-Out. Yeah, and everybody knows. If y'all don't know me yet, you're going to find out pretty soon here. I am pretty lazy when it comes to stuff like that. I don't like to cook. I don't like to clean.
Well, I never said you had to make your own food to this picnic. I mean,
that's the first thing I thought of. That's the first thing I thought of. I was like, oh my god.
Are you going to a picnic? You're going to a picnic by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
I throw the whole box away when I'm done with In-N-Out.
I pulled up Amanda's comments. She said peanut M&Ms. I'm not 100% sure if she brings anything else to the picnic, but peanut M&Ms are pretty tasty. Although I don't think Jay likes nuts in his chocolate, and I don't know about you, Andrew.
I like peanut M&Ms are good. Yeah, not my first choice of M&M. My first choice of M&M be fudge brownie M&Ms.
Oh, yeah. Top tier.
I've never tried them.
Do yourself a favor, Ace.
Yeah,
they're
really good.
I'm coming over tonight. Maybe I'll stop at 7-Eleven or something.
Booyah, baby.
Gotta watch some Falcon Winter Soldier, baby.
Let me pull up Elizabeth's comment real quick. This is a tough one. She said, I enjoy a ham torta with jalapenos and avocado with Doritos on the side and a sweet tea.
That sounds so good. Like that sounds so unbelievably good.
Mm-hmm. Where are you guys at with the chips in the sandwich type of persuasion? All day, right? All day. Yeah, all day.
I don't know if I'll get heat for this one. The only chip, and it's because I just like the way they are by themselves. Like the only chip I don't like putting in my sandwich because I feel it gets too crumbly too, is Doritos.
Oh no, Doritos!
Doritos like my favorite chip to put in a sandwich are just classic Lay's because they're salty and they're super crunchy and they're thin. The Doritos kind of like not that they make it worse. They definitely improve it, but they're more of like I think they're more of a corn chip and the Lay's are potatoes. So like the corn chip gets a little like soggy sometimes when it's in there, especially if you have like mayonnaise and stuff.
She mentioned to Jay, there's nothing wrong with taking In-N-Out to the park. Like you can go order In-N-Out and then you can go eat it at the park. But I think she's saying that's not a picnic related item, but we're going to give it to you anyways. And then Elizabeth agrees. Chips in the sandwich is delicious.
Chips in the sandwich.
I mean, Lay's are pretty clear cut winner as far as chips in a sandwich, but Doritos work too. There's nothing wrong with Doritos.
I like Doritos way better.
Come on, Andrew, live your life. You only got one.
Yeah. No, I enjoy it. I just if I had the choice, I prefer potato chips over tortilla chips. Is what I would say.
Okay.
No, sure.
Okay, so I'll go next. The wifey's choice sounds primo. I wouldn't mind eating In-N-Out at a park, but my favorite snack or meal is watermelon. Like, if I could have
See,
watermelon,
that's a good answer.
if I could have watermelon every day for the rest of my life, I would. Like watermelon is like my number one fruit right there, and nothing beats like a perfect watermelon, like sweet and juicy. Helps refresh you on a nice spring or summer day.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And then also you can like if you want to do more with it, some of our like ways to also make watermelon more versatile. You can chop it up, put some feta, make a watermelon and feta salad, and then also you can get any alcohol of your choice and put it onto the watermelon, and then you have another beverage or slash snack. So
Bang.
So watermelon number one for me. Andrew, take us home, baby.
Yep, we're barking. Me and you are barking up the same tree here, buddy. There's this salad, and I'd be more than happy to either make it like at home or to just go get it from CPK. But CPK has my favorite salad. I don't remember exactly, like it's been a minute since I gone, but they have this salad that's got watermelon, strawberries, feta cheese, like balsamic vinaigrette, and arugula in it, and that right there, like a watermelon salad. Like even if you gave me watermelon or like watermelon with feta and like some vinaigrette or something, like. Primo, that's perfect for a picnic. That'd literally be my go-to, especially if it's like I would probably want to go to a picnic, like on like probably in the summer, most likely, obviously. So I'd say that it'd be super refreshing and super tasty.
Dig it. Well,
Yeah, I'll take my in and out. Just a little update, boys, because I was on the Twitterverse here. Jacob deGrom just had 15 strikeouts today versus the Natties. 15
Suck
strikeouts.
it, Corbin Burns.
Yeah, he just broke the record for most strikeouts ever in the first 4 games of a season with 50. He's the 15th pitcher ever to record 50 or more strikeouts in a 4-game span, and 15 strikeouts was his new career high.
Fuck, that's good. I mean, he's I hate to say it, but he's really good.
That's 12 and a half a game. Oh my god, unbelievable.
Shit. Well, good for him. But yeah, there's some some solid pitching this year. Damn. Okay. Well, thanks for the update there, man. Well, thank you, Amanda and Elizabeth, for giving us your snack suggestions.
We appreciate you guys.
We had a little fun with the show. We also had a little bit of back and forth, and that is in and of itself what we like to do for fun. So
Every show.
how many times back in the day did we, would we just like stay at your house and just talk and like talk about How I Met Your Mother or talk about the Lakers or, just we would just, sometimes we can't stop. And I'm going over later to these two gentlemen's house. So we'll also be just talking and talking. And
Maybe we'll do like a
Soldier.
Yeah, maybe we'll talk about Falcon and the Winter Soldier tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? We're about to swoop up some of them episodes here soon. So
for sure. Real quick before we sign off, what are you guys looking forward to this weekend? Just hit me with that, and then we'll say goodbye to the folks.
See you and Lord Lizzie. Let's go.
yeah, that's pretty darn good. Lakers play the Mavericks tomorrow.
That too. That comes secondary,
Lakers play
but
the Mavericks tomorrow, baby.
I'll answer for Elizabeth to say that every day she gets to wake up is a beautiful day with me. No, I'm just kidding. I have to go back to work in like 10 days or less. So me being able to go out this weekend to see you guys is going to be one of the highlight of the weekend. Just because I don't know what my weekends are going to look like in the future. So
Right.
Elizabeth, yep, we're not dull, so.
Never. Joke.
I like you guys. I think we're pretty cool,
Sure, we'll go with that. Yep. Yeah, come on. Anyways, that's going to be it for us today, guys. We are the AJA Sports Show. You can follow us anywhere. It's at AJA Sports Show. We love having you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Like and subscribe as always. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you guys on Sunday. Bye.